class? It's your girl Dominique Damahu, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a very blessed day, a very blessed week, and y'all is just ready for the weekend, because I know I am. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for the week. Okay. I just ready for the weekend. Y'all know I'm ready for the weekend. So hope y'all enjoy this story time, because this story time is gonna talk about my 9th grade year, and hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe, because we just about to get into it. I'm feeling cute, y'all, so okay, sorry. So this happened in literally just a pre-warm-up into my 9th grade year. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about y'all, but my expectations for high school was definitely High School Musical. If it wasn't High School Musical, it was The Proud Family. One out of them two. And reality kicked in when I started grade 9 years, so I was just like, high school a little too quiet. Like, where's the singing? Like, where's the singing? Where's the gymnastics? Where's the acrobats? Like, where the mean bitches at? Where the hood niggas at? Well, they're already there, already there. But like, where are the geeks at? Where are the nerds at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the expectations wasn't giving. So like, me in high school, it was just kind of just like, okay, reality sets in. Like, it's just pretty much normal. Like, I'm just starting high school. I'm just starting high school. So my first year of high school was, how when you're in middle school, when you're in high school, you have different phases. You go through different phases in middle school, and mine was my Converse phase when they were hot. Converses was my shit. I don't care what nobody says. They were my shit, and that was my phase. For the first day of school, my high school, I had my white leather jacket. I had an all black attire with the leather jacket, so I had on some like some really sparkly ass Converses, and then I had the slick up ponytail look going for me, and my glasses, and my terrible acne. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible. Like, it ain't that bad, like now, but like back then, yeah, it was a hot ass mess. So like, I ain't gonna hold myself to it. Like, I'm guilty for looking like a freaking pimple farm back then, but like back then we got like a little pass, we got like a smaller pass, but it is whatever. So high school, like I told y'all, it was my Converse phase, and Lord knows it was my yes phase. Like, I could not say no to save my life, and I took that yes phase traveled with me from like middle school to high school. So I didn't even know what the word no meant. It was always yes. Some person didn't go back to school shopping in high school. Can I have a pencil? Can I borrow an eraser? Can I borrow a highlighter? Can I borrow something? Or do you have hand cream? Cause my hand's ashy. Or do you have a snack in your bag? My ass. Sure. Yes. Sure. Yes. Sure. Like, literally, that's what it was. Like, I was the yes girl. Like, I literally felt like I was the door in high school, because I literally had every damn thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with being nice, my butterflies, but when you're too nice and you're being taken advantage of, that's when it becomes a problem, and when you can't ask that person for the same thing, even though you don't want it. But like, if there's ever a time you flop with something and you know you can't ask that person for it, that's when it becomes a problem, because they're always coming for you for shit, but y'all not cool, y'all not even conversating, y'all ain't nothing, but you can't ask this person for like a dime or a dollar. Yeah, that's when it becomes a freaking problem. So that was basically my high school experience up until like, I think towards the ending of grade 9. I actually like learned how to say no and not felt bad about saying no. Like, I just didn't give a fuck anymore. Like, it was just like, hey, do you want a pencil? Oh, I don't have one. Do you have an extra pencil? No, I don't have one. And I didn't feel bad about it. And then they would go and ask some other person, and I didn't feel bad about it. Like, I just stopped kidding a fuck. Like, I just stopped, like, you know, saying yes. Because, like, bro, like, at this point in the day, like, if I ain't trying to put him in blast, but like, if you can afford a dime bag of weed or an ounce of weed, if you can afford that shit and come to school high, then take your ass to the dollar store and buy yourself a pencil or a pack of pens, like, just for the day or just for the whole school year. Like, my G, like, if you can do that and fix up with some Jordans or come to school looking fresh, then you should have been able to come with pencils, pens, highlighters. Like, you should have been able to put yourself on gear. Like, high school wasn't fashion week. High school wasn't like, well, I'm guilty for that, but I actually had my shit in my backpack. But high school was not fashion week. Like, most of these niggas came looking fresh, and their papers and their grades came looking like Kim from the Parkers. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Or you were actually smart, but you just didn't give a fuck to, you know, sit in class to do all that extra work to benefit yourself. I mean, ain't in my business, but come on now. So that's basically like my grade 9 era, basically. Yeah, and I was known, to be honest, to be like the girl that twerked around the school. So if you went to school with me and you see me in the hallways, I'm always playing some music in my ear, and I'm always in my own little world, and I'll just be twerking around in the hallways, like, just twerking. Like, I'd be twerking the damn hallways. And there's a whole story time where I got in trouble for twerking in the hallways, because, you know, the vice principals would see me in the hallways, and they caught me lacking, and I was in the middle of the popular crowd, and I was trying to like, like, with them, but like, my ass just, you know, that's a whole different story time. But just know, like, your girl Dominique twerked on the school. She twerked, she danced, she whined, she caught, she bubbled, she did all that in the hallways, and that's what I was known for. And I was also known for, like, you know, being best dressed, putting, you know, fits together and coming together on fleek. So your girl was known for that shit. And when it came to the teachers, don't even think that, okay, you know, Dominique was just known for like just being ratchet and twerking and da-da-da. No, baby girl, like, the academics shit, I was known for my shit too. Like, I was known for my English, you know, stay on my English game, because English was my shit. I was known for, you know, having my work done, getting my work done in class, and staying on top of my English academics. And art, I wouldn't say I was on, well, I would say I was on top of my art, but like, my art wasn't like, well, let me not downgrade my art and what I love to do, what I'm passionate about, because I'm really armed with my art shit, and I was really like recognized in my art class. Like, I was with them Asian kids, like those Asian, Chinese, Japanese kids. Like, when it came to art, we were like on a mix, because bitch, y'all be drawing your eyes perfect, and I'll be And I be drawing my eyes too. So we peanut butter and jelly in this bitch. Like, you know your shit, I know my shit. So I was always getting recognized for my creativity, first going outside the box with my art. And I was working on building my art portfolio because my art teacher really fucked with me, and she was trying to give me the connects and to network and branch myself into going into a top elite high school, not high school, a top elite like art school in Canada. And I had a whole portfolio based up for me to present to them and all that shit. And then my art teacher was just like, Dominique, like, you might have to like draw for them and present some like artwork to make sure this is yours and So, we had like a whole portfolio. So don't get twisted. Like, your girl may have been a ratchet in the hallways, but in the classroom, A, B, C, D's, and Q's, mama. Like, A, B, D, C's, and Q's. And don't get twisted. Heads were locking, but niggas was afraid to talk it. So, the fuck, like, don't get twisted. But that's really what it was in my whole grade 9 year, grade 10 year. I didn't get, well, it isn't like the high school movies you see like on TV where like people throw house parties or whatever, because none of that shit was going on. But school parties, when Saga the Gemini dropped Red Nose and Gas Pedal, best believe I was there. Best believe I was shaking something. Best believe shit was cracking up in damn dances. Like, best believe that. Like, school dance with the shit in my high school, and sports games. But I didn't know about football really, but I knew like basketball was like our shit, and we were called the Bears. So like those are the only popular things in my high school was like basketball and the dances. So best believe I was, going to all them with or without friends. Like, bitch, you wasn't gonna kind of be boring. Like, bitch, you seen the how we twerking, dum. You seen the how we flirting, dum. Like, you already know what it was. Like, you already know what it was. And then y'all know my first love and all that shit. But that's not what y'all here for. Y'all here for the motherfucking story. So there's the story time. I just have to give you like a background check of my grade 9 year and how I was in grade 9. But y'all here for the tea. And the motherfucking tea is the motherfucking tea. So I'm gonna tell y'all how about the time that I got played. Like, I got played and side snickered, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, best to believe, like, I had my time where I was slacking. I was, them girls were just like, I want to be friends with like certain people, but they really wasn't my friends. They were just there to get the tea, make fun of me for liking somebody and snickering in my face and then doing some shit behind my back. So let's get into it. Okay, so first day of grade 9, not even first day of grade 9, I think like second week into grade 9, I'm coming in with them outfits. People from my middle school recognizing me, chopping it up, saying, where have you been? Where'd you go? And I'm explaining to them like, bitch, like, a girl got suspended. Like, I'm pretty sure you knew this. Like, I got suspended. It was on the income. Y'all saw me in the office. Y'all were coming to the middle school office, seeing me, saying what happened, and getting the tea, and telling everybody up in the art class and telling everyone in the school. So y'all been know I got suspended. Y'all been know I transitioned from one middle school to other high school. Lasted in that high school, surprisingly, they didn't expel me or anything. Lasted in that high school and transitioned to here. Like, y'all knew what the fuck the tea was. Like, don't act clueless now. So them saying, okay, them checking me out or whatever, me keeping it P and pushing, and that was pretty much it or whatever. So I don't know how y'all high school was, but I knew I had to come in like every August and situate myself, like get my ID taken care of and pay for the whole like yearbook, agenda and photo card, transition, and the locker. Like it was a full-on one payment. I had to do all that, and then plus I had to actually pay for the lock when lock time came. So I was doing two payments. One was bigger than the other. Best believe that. So we're gonna call this boy A, and that's really what it was. So I remember that I was in the line to get situated, and one of the girls that I was cool with, well, cordial with and cool with, it's two different things. Cause cool with meant like she invited me to her house, I've been to her house, I knew her folks, da 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 da. Like no, like I was cordial with this girl, like I seen her in the hallways, saying hey to her, and da 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 da. So that's really what it was. Like she said hi to me, I said hi to her. She asked what happened to me, and I let her know, like, Rich, like I got suspended from that school. That's why I didn't see me. I didn't get a chance to stay. And she's like, you should have stayed. Like, you missed when this boy came. You missed the parties. It got wild after you got suspended. Da, da, da. She was telling me all the time, like, oh, okay, da, 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 da. I'm like, well, I couldn't really stay. I got, like, expelled. Like, I couldn't really stay. Like, I wasn't about to, like, travel and come to see people that in my head, like now that I think about it, like let's be real here, I wasn't about to like leave my house and come to an old middle school to come see people that I wasn't really like cool with, or people that are really not my friends, or people that like antagonize me and bullied me every chance they get. Like I'm not about to come to a high school. I'm not saying high school. I wasn't about to come to a middle school and just re-enter that whole dwelling ass system. Like no, like I got expelled, move on, push on. So yeah, so that's what it was. And then as I was standing in the line and I was getting closer to my time to get my photo card or my photo ID card, A came in. Like A looked fresh as fuck. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all, A was fine as fuck. Like A looked like, I don't remember exactly what A had on that day, but A came with I guess his homeboy, and his homeboy is like 4 something or 5 something, so he was like the same height as like a short girl. So they came in together, or they came in separate one by one. A came in, I was pre yo, like I don't even remember y'all if I was pre A, but I do remember like bro, like it was my dumb ass. It was, how do I even describe it? It was look at first look. Like, bitch, I looked at you, I fucked you, and now I like you. So in my head, like, I'm finna bag you. Like, in my head, like, I'm finna bag you. Like, you my nigga now. Like, I'm finna bag you. I'm finna know your name. I'm finna know your age. I'm gonna know what religion you worship, and you my nigga now. So just know, you don't know it fully yet, but in my head, just know, my nigga. You like, we together, like, bitch, we is together. So yo, so I got my little thing card. I felt eyes on me, people were watching me or whatever. Saw him, I didn't realize his name. I stayed until like I got my picture taken, and then he got his picture. I think I wandered around the school a little bit, and then I caught up with some people that worked with my friends, and then I left, right? So grade 9 rolls around, all in classes, me doing my work. I got my locker presented. I can't open the damn locks with the number shit, so I get a ghetto ass lock with a key, and the security guard is telling me like, bro, like, you finna get jacked. Your shit's gonna get jacked. And I'm like, jacked how? And they're like, you need a more secure lock because you're gonna remember that. I'm like, I'm good. He's like, but I'm like, I'm good. He's like, but what if you get robbed? I'm like, I always have my key on me with the key for my lock. It's gonna go on it, so I'll be good. Y'all, why was it that every time class released, someone was fucking with my locker. And they left it wide open, like they were looking for something in my locker. But they didn't take shit. They just fucked in my locker, and left my locker like wide open, and people were going back and forth to class, back and forth to class, back and forth to class. And there was all this group of boys that were standing like behind my locker. Like it was two group of boys. So I felt like one of them had something to do with it. Like I know I had my cute tights on that shit my booty, but damn, y'all wanna stand there and watch me like bend over or squat and get my next period shit. So like me, I was so quiet back then. Like literally I should have like fucking like acted a damn fool and like cussed a motherfucker out. But my ass was just like, you know what? Y'all fucking my time, and I don't have time to entertain this shit, whatever. So what did I do? I got my next period stuff. I started traveling with my shit, and it got freaking heavy. So I decided to bring all my schoolwork home, check my schedule, and see what class I have, and just bring the work that I have for each period or whatever. And I guess they eventually like stopped in my locker for a period of time, because now I prayed over my locker, and bitch, I'm telling you, prayer is so eventful, literally, because I prayed over my damn locker, and after that, no one was my locker. Like I always went to class, came out of class, my locker was never fucked with, never played with. Bought a whole new lock, bought a secure new key. So bitch, who you trying? Let's be for real, like bitch, niggas, who you trying? The fuck? And the funny thing is, they didn't take shit for anything out of my locker. Like they're just fucking in my locker, trying to break my locker and see what I had inside. Like bitch, what y'all think I'm gonna have a dildo in there? Or a rose in there? Like what y'all think I'm gonna have in there? Like I wasn't gonna have shit in there, are you dumb? So here's what got interesting. So let's fast forward, because it's gonna be a short ass story time. I found out who A was. Like I found out his name, both of his names. I found out his government, and then I found out like that he likes to go by his middle name, and that he was Muslim, right? So I was like, oh, okay, whatever, cool, you know, whatever. So I found his name. So eventually, I don't remember like exactly how it took place. All I remember is that some girls were talking about their crushes and who they liked in the school, and my ass was like, oh, I have a crush on A. Mind you, these bitches were not my friend. They were just being nosy and trying to like be messy, whatever, right? So I told them that I had a crush on A. Why? Like not even a day, not even 30 minutes, y'all, not even 2. Why? After I told them girls, the Muslim girls, I like A, they go and tell everybody that I like A, including A. And after that, everyone kept asking me if I still liked A and what I would do to A, like sexually speaking, and if I think A is fine or da da da. So you know how bitches have fake conversation with you and act like they're interested in your conversation? So they'll have fake conversation with you and be like, oh my god, you like A? Like, hey girl, you like A? Da da da. And they start telling you like factual or non-factual information about one person to see your reaction about this person. That's what the bitches were doing to me. The Muslim girls were doing to me. They were doing that to me so bad, to the point where like every time I went to a class, you like A, oh my god, you like A, da da da, oh my god, LMF, but yo, y'all, she likes A, you still like A, like the niggas on my back the Muslim females were on me, like not like aggressively, but like like fakely, like trying to act like they were interested, to the point where like this is when Twitter got popping. So I had my Twitter, and basically like I found A's Twitter. I did some investigating and I found A's Twitter, and I think I found it by the name that he likes to call himself, right? So I found his Twitter, I started searching into it, and then eventually I went to his friend list and I found every single one of them motherfuckers is Twitter. Yes, I found all y'all's Twitter. Like, I found all y'all's Twitter, including his homeboy. I found y'all Twitter. So every night, yes, bitch, I was a stalker. Like, every night I was going through it. Every night I was looking at his photos, his posts, his little tweets to find out more about him and learn about him. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, I was doing that. So we're gonna get into like the shit that like pissed me the fuck off and made me like mad vulnerable. Okay, so here's what happened. I think this happened first and then the other part happened. Okay, so this part happened first. So yeah, this girl, I'm gonna call her N came up to me and found out that I liked A. Okay, her friends came, fake and phony as fuck, came up to me all kiki ha 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 about A. Okay, they found that I like A. They tried to be messy and say that Anne liked A, and if I was gonna fight her, if I was gonna beat her up, da da da. And I was like, no. I think I said some shit that leaded up to me saying no. And don't get me wrong, don't call me no weak ass bitch, but I'm not finna, beat y'all friend up to get jumped over a nigga that's not even mine. Like, let's be real here. So they run back and tell Anne comes back to me and says, oh, you were gonna fight me, or you said no about not fighting me, and I said yeah. She's like, oh, okay, and she starts snicking and going away. So one time, you know what I'm saying, like, I decide to like skip class, right? I skipped class for the first time, right? You want to live a little. Like, skipping is not really that bad, but this class just wasn't doing anything, so it was like a permission to skip type shit. Like, I already knew what was going on in that class, so like, why the fuck stay in that class to hear the same shit again that I already know, right? And before y'all say, but there could be new information, no. So this is what happened. So I was in the hallway, I was getting my shit together, and Anne's friends came and said they wanted to show me something, right? So I was like, what y'all want to show me? Like, they want to show you something. They want to show you something. So they're like, get your shit. And I'm like, but I'm gonna do something. They're like, no, it doesn't want to go quick. You can just go and then go back. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. My dumb delusional ass fought these damn girls, y'all, just for them to lead me to the corridor lobby to see NNA making out. I kid you the fuck not. This broke the fuck out of my soul back then, but I acted so player. These bitches brought me to the corridor lobby to see N and A making out. Then they both made eye contact with me and made out even more. And then I said, oh, I gotta go. Then they were like, aw, with their fake ass, funny ass awns, and I left. Right? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was hurt, but I paid off. Cool. Like, y'all put this together for what? Y'all organized that bullshit for what? Please let me know. So this is where shit got even more fucked up. Okay, so I'm on Twitter, right? Like, I'm over at this point. Like, I'm debating to see if I like A still, or like I don't really care about A no more or whatever. So I see, like, I thought it was a prank, but as the weeks like went on, they were actually like a thing. So like he started moving in his shit in her locker, like after gym. After gym, in between periods, like he was putting his shit in her locker. After gym, he was putting his stinky clothes on, his stinky Jordans in her locker. And it was a thing. It was like they were playing house in high school, sharing lockers and shit. And watching me and kissing. Like, if that's your man, don't wait until I'm approaching a corner or something to kiss your man. Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, to the point where, like, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, that's weird as fuck. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm over him now. I wish y'all the best in our relationship. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. Because they broke up, like, towards the ending of, like, grade 9 year, and they got back together, and they broke up forever. And they broke up for, like, without, like, Dunzo, and he just moved all his shit back out of his locker and then went back to his locker in the future. So it really wasn't nothing at this point, because like if you base a relationship on that, it was never gonna work in the beginning. So that's kind of my tea. But here's what should get interesting. So I'm on Twitter, right? And I'm like, okay, y'all want to play games, y'all want to be fake, y'all want to be phony, y'all want to kiss in my face or make out whenever you see me putting a coin with your friends, and y'all friends go hee 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 and ka 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 and laugh and snicker. Okay, let's see what's up with y'all Twitter. So I go on A's Twitter, and I guess he figured out that I knew his Twitter or something, because he changed it from one thing to the other. So I found it, and then I seen on, it was A's page or A's friend's page, that there was a series of tweets about me. Like a series of tweets about me, like basically shaming me and calling me out my name and etc. Right? I found them tweets. Y'all, his tweets basically call me a bitch out of my name, call me weird, call me fat, call me like all types of names. And his homeboy are just snickering in the comments and LMFing, and he's calling me weird out of my name. Okay, cool. Now, back then, I'm sitting here telling y'all like how relentless and nonchalant about it I am to this day. But back then, why did that hurt my poor soul? Y'all, why the fuck did it hurt my poor soul? Y'all, like, it hurt my poor soul to the point where, like, I cried about it silently. I remember, cause in my room, not in this, like, a whole new place, crying about it to the point where, like, it was hurting my soul. I came to class crying about it to the point where, like, I thought about it, and I'm just like, you know what, like, I'm not gonna, what I really should have done was approach that bitch and beat her ass. Like, didn't even give a fuck. Find her and, like, snatch her hijab and bop and bop and bop and boom, 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 like, beat her ass. Like, beat her ass, kick her ass, or stomp in her vagina like I did some girl in middle school. That's a whole other story. And just dip and leave and go back home and come back to school. And if her friends jump me for round 2, then it would have been round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But my ass not do that. My ass dead ass cried. Somebody saw me crying. They brought me in, I believe, or I went to the office. They were like, why are you crying? Da, 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 da. And then I explained to the vice principal the series of tweets that I found about me, and he was like, how you know this is about you? And I showed him the tweets with my name, da 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 da, and they say, oh, that's not okay. And you know what I'm saying, it gets to the point where, like, he calls them down. He's like, wait, don't worry, I'm gonna call them down. So he asks his I think he asked the security guard in the building to find them, literally, and pull them out their classes. And the vice principal shows them the tweets, prints out literally, I feel like did he use my phone? I think he used my phone, or he took my phone to fax and print out the tweets and present to them the tweets and call their asses all out. Cause it was slumped. It was, you know how niggas sit in their chair like they hunched over, but he was like freaking slumped over, I believe. His friend was like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like they were all like pretty surprised. Like, how the fuck did she find out you were talking shit about her? How the fuck did she find out these tweets? How the fuck did she find it? Like, don't be surprised. I found out what I need to find out. If I have a gut feeling about something, I'm gonna find out what the fuck I gotta find out. So they're all pretty surprised about it. And then their punishment was to all of them. Their punishment was to write me an apology. Like, write me a sincere apology and apologize for their wrongs, or something else would happen, right? I don't remember getting any apology from N. I don't remember getting any apology from A, but I did get an apology. Like, I did get a written apology from A's friend. Like, I genuinely did. Like, I got a sincere apology from A's friend, and then I skipped a period. Like, the other day, I saw A's friend drinking water. We got a little flirty, whatever. He apologized once again. We hugged it out, and I said, yeah, you're cool, whatever. And I kept it pushing, and I just left. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So after that, it was kind of like they said fuck me, and then A just continued to date, like, with no, like I said, with no like care in the world. Then they broke up, then they got back together, then they just officially like cut ties. He stopped, like, you know, like moving in and playing house with her in her locker. And yeah, that was it. That was pretty much it. Like, after that, that was it. Like, that's really all it was. Like, literally, that's what it was. A was on the basketball team, so he really wasn't at school, so he was more like off and on school grounds. A's friend was barely at school after that, and Anne was just in her own world, doing her own shit. I don't know, getting hennas, fasting, all that stuff. So yeah, that was pretty much it, y'all. Like, literally, that was it. After that, like, it was like peaches and cream. Like, no one decided to fuck with me after that anymore. Like, in like a playful ass way, because like I made it known, like, you fuck with me, I'ma find shit on you and present it to whoever the fuck I want to present it to. And that's some butterflies. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. I will see you all maybe next Friday or the Friday after. Okay, love y'all, bye.